Welcome to
Every Day is Macaroni.
I'm Joy Alford Brand.
And I'm Juliette Connell, and we're the hosts of Everyday Macaroni, the podcast.
This podcast is a look at the lighter side of life, where we talk about our adventures as a modern blended family.
So sit back, relax,
And prepare to have your funny bone tickled. Hello, listeners. Boy, do we have an extra special treat for you today. But before we get started, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to give this video a like, a share, and subscribe to our channel while you're at it. That helps us create more fun content like this for you, our one and only listener. Now, for those of you who are new here, these episodes are based on the recordings of the weekly dinners I have with my husband, Ron, his sister, Juliette, who is also a co-host of the podcast, and their 80-year-old parents, Al and Lita. Welcome to our fun 2023 Halloween special. This is not part 1, it's part 2, But before we begin, once again, the management would like to thank our special off-camera contributor. Yeah, I'm not great at doing the count. But anyway, we would like to thank our off-camera contributor for his input and witty commentary. It's always fun having Ron on the podcast. Now, listener, if you are ready for some downright outrageous comments from our Monday night dinners, including a ridiculous argument about arugula, you are in for a treat. Or is it a trick? That remains to be seen. We're going to rewind a little and pick up where we left off in the last episode, where we started to discuss Al's comment about funeral arrangements from the end of part 1. So if you haven't listened to that one, go check it out. It's entertaining. Okay, time to get a little creepy. Grab your bowl of Halloween candy and let's jump back into our 2023 Halloween special, part 2. Enjoy.
Anyway, why make up?
What?
You're gonna be there for one day or maybe less.
Don't worry, we'll give you makeup too.
That's true. Save the money.
Yeah, because when they burn you,
Oh my God.
right?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's exactly
they don't
what I
take
told
your
you.
organs,
I
your
told
organs and all that, right?
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
When
you're
die,
cremated.
When you die, usually they take your organs out.
No.
Yes.
When you get
No,
cremated,
to
they
get
cremate the whole
mummified.
thing.
All
Yes.
right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Since we want to be cremated, a whole thing goes. So you cannot be too long outside.
What they do is they're gonna take your livers and then we'll feed them to the
No.
dog.
Oh,
That way
no.
Oh my
Santy,
God. This is
No.
I'm so uncomfortable.
No.
Santy has a
I'm
little
so
bit of,
uncomfortable.
you know.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack
So
here.
what my dad is trying to say is, they take out your organs and whatnot. I think he's thinking because there's no embalming and all that everything has to be done quick, right? But what he doesn't realize is that you can embalm someone and then, go ahead and cremate and whatnot. But anyway.
Well, he's
And
using...
now they're having memorial services anyway. So now you cremate someone and then their ashes are there with really nice pictures. And that's how the funeral goes. It's more of a memorial than an actual wake.
Just for the purposes of this podcast, he's using barbecue terminology. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same. Use the barbecue terminology, okay?
That's because they said we can substitute flour for the ashes and
No.
make a cake.
No.
No.
And then we'll feed it to Juliette.
No.
No.
No. No. All right, wait. There's more to it, okay? When you get cremated,
But we'll cook it real good.
They cremate all
and
of
then
you.
Santy will be
Yeah.
like this.
Well, anyway, are you going? Do they put people in the funeral home at all or no?
Yeah.
They
Where do you think you're going to go?
to be cremated?
Yeah.
Before they cremate you, they have you one day in the.
It depends on what you want. It depends on what you want. Normally, so if you have a church that you belong to, they take you and they have a funeral service for you at your church. If you do not have a church, then the family chooses a funeral home, and they have a service for you. Funeral homes have chapels, just like. And so they have a service for you in the funeral home. Now you can have an open casket, you can have a closed casket, or they can have the service for you after you've actually been cremated. Like my uncle, they had the service for him at his church, and he'd already been cremated, and so they had him there in the container.
Okay, that's what I want.
Okay.
Nah, being exposed. Nah.
What we'll do is we'll put you in a cake,
No.
and then we'll serve the cake
Made the
to
same
everybody.
Oh, this is also creepy.
No. Let's make it as simple as we can. You see, and Papa and I are feeling the same way.
The simplest thing.
Now,
is
wait
we-
a minute.
We put you in the lake.
Are you really feeling that way?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
As soon as I die, go to the barbecue,
Oh my God.
and then
And feed the birds with it.
No.
We'll make doggy treats, and we'll feed it
No.
the same thing.
No. You can't do that with human remains. Even after you've been barbecued, you can't do that. No.
See, now she said
yeah, they put you in a little box that you
Yeah.
choose
Yeah.
whatever you like it.
In a shoebox.
No, a cookie container.
Container, whatever.
No. The container is already a
Yeah.
a
It'll be a
place.
piece of Tupperware.
No, it's got to be a cookie tin, like
Nobody-
or you know.
No,
So, like
they
a-
get the ashes and they put it in
Yeah.
the cemetery where we have our place already in there.
Yes.
Being
And
done.
yeah, but you have to be inside a container to
Yeah,
go in that
right.
niche.
Yeah.
It's a niche. Because didn't Juliet get you niches? Right? She did all this for you, right? The place that's or wherever it is
Yeah,
in the cemetery in the memorial garden,
Mhm.
right?
yeah.
That's what they call it.
That's what she chooses to laugh at.
I don't know.
They come with this beautiful things.
But
Memorial.
right? So it's a niche,
Yeah.
right?
It's a niche.
And you got to be in a container. They don't
What
just
is-
take a
what is
shovel
a
full of
niche?
and cram it in there.
That's right.
You got to be in some kind of container. You could
But
be in a cookie tin.
probably the church or the funeral home.
The funeral home.
The funeral home already have these little things where
Yes.
to put the.
You can buy it from the funeral
Because
home. You
natu-
could probably buy it from Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
you could
God.
probably buy it from
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
So the purpose of this, first of all, there's a couple of funny moments in there where your mother says "Egypt" or whatever, and your dad is talking about the barbecue, and I'm just using the same terminology that they use, just to be fair. But also, I did want you to know for sure. Now, it's settled. You're off the hook.
Now it's official.
It's official. You are off the hook.
Like a formal statement.
Like a formal statement, yes. It wouldn't hold up in court. So, yeah, it's official. You don't actually have to do her makeup anymore. So that's what you missed from last Monday night dinner. That and the meal was exceptional.
Exceptional as in really, really good, or exceptional as in really, really bad?
Well, what do you think?
I'm thinking I lucked out.
Well, it was chicken and potatoes.
Uh-huh.
And I actually have a picture of it. I'll put it on Instagram. It was baked potatoes and the chicken. So I think your dad's making an extra effort to be super heart healthy. And so it was boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And they were so dry and hard. I mean, like really dry and hard. And he put a coating of, I don't know, chimichurri or something like that on the chicken breasts and just barbecued them and just like a corpse.
Gosh.
So we had the baked potatoes, and then your mother made a salad out of rocket. And so she had a
Out
moment.
of what?
No. Yeah, rocket. The spicy stuff. What's the spicy one?
Arugula?
Is it arugula? Don't they call that rocket?
No,
I've
never.
never heard of
No.
rocket before.
That's something you just made up.
No, I did not make it up.
Well, you don't realize that you made it up.
No. Wait a minute. I'll look it up. So I got a quick draw Google. You're forcing me to do it. It's called rocket.
As in rocket lettuce?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Okay. Salad green called rocket in Britain. What is it? Arugula. Another word for arugula is rocket.
Nope.
Right here.
Never heard of it.
Me either.
Oh,
Well, I got nothing. The only thing I have is this. I am correct, but you're making me feel like I'm wrong.
If
Are
it
you
feels
saying-
wrong, it probably is.
No.
Are bullying you?
You two are ganging up. And I am correct.
Nope. never
Another
heard it.
word for rocket. It's right here. Google doesn't lie. You know it
No.
doesn't.
In the Americas?
What is rocket called in USA salad? Arugula.
And okay, where are we right now?
We're in America.
In the USA.
Yes.
What do we call it?
Rocket.
Arugula.
No.
Arugula.
It says right here. Subspecies Aruca vesicaria sativa, also called rocket. Well, there's a couple different spellings. Here it's Roquette.
That's roquette.
You just can't let me be right, can you? You just
No,
can't.
I will when you are right.
I'm right. I am right.
I think that's only fair.
Oh, I am right. It says so right here. It says it. Do you have your phone over there, Juliet? Clearly, we need redundant quick draw Google here.
Oh,
You need to look it up.
No trophies in this game. Everybody's a winner.
Why do you make it sound like not?
Because it's not.
But she did make a funny comment about the arugula.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know where
It's
she.
in a British salad, just saying.
What?
Rocket.
In a British salad. It rocket, yes.
Yeah.
But still, it's called rocket. We call it rocket here too.
It just says
Never heard it.
a British
Never.
salad, the peppery plant would be called rocket, universally known as arugula.
We are in the universe.
You're in the universe.
In North America, it's called arugula.
Joy is very international.
It's a
That's why.
variation from the Italian word rucola,
She's trying to get international listeners.
but it's called arugula
Yes.
in Calabria.
Okay.
In English Commonwealth countries, Australia, New Zealand, and Canada, it's known as rocket.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm right. We do call it rocket here too because it says.
First of all, I like all those countries, actually.
What is rocket called in USA salad? Arugula.
I've never been to Australia, but I would like to.
All right. So
And New Zealand.
we actually
Beautiful,
do
beautiful
have.
country.
Yes, we have a lot of listeners. Hello, listeners all over the world. That's true. Juliet, did you know
Yes.
we have listeners in New Zealand, Australia, Ireland,
Hello, mate.
Spain, Germany.
Hola.
Well, now we can say, I hope you're enjoying your rocket salad.
Wow. You guys are a bunch of smart alecks. How do you say smart aleck in every language? Because that's what we need to know.
Joy.
That's funny. Hi, listener. Those chuckleheads distracted me, and I forgot to talk about Lita's funny comment about the arugula. I didn't want you to miss it. So here is Lita's take on rocket or arugula.
This arugula, I don't like it too much because when you swallow it, you swallow the arugula. It's like you have a strings on your throat. It's like it's here and you can feel it here. It's like a string.
That's okay. Eat a couple of cookies and I'll push it down.
Yeah.
It's time for us to have a little talk about what is probably my favorite international dish, tortilla española. I'm lucky that Lita makes it for me every year for my birthday, and since this episode was recorded earlier in the summer, we're including it here. Now, here is a clip of Juliet, Ron, and I talking about my birthday tortilla. Weren't we going to talk about a Spanish delicacy too? Because
Oh, my. What would that be?
we've got
Which Spanish delicacy?
we've got a fair,
Sopa de asco.
no, we've already talked about that. We've got a fair number of listeners in Spain,
Uh-huh.
and I don't remember. Have we recorded since my birthday tortilla? I don't think we have.
Probably not. I think it was the one before that. Yeah. So your birthday tortilla, yeah, we haven't talked about that. Mm-hmm. No.
Well, now would be
And
a
it
good
was
time to
full
talk
of
about
onions
that.
and peppers.
Yes,
And
there
I'm
it
just
is.
saying. And she said that it was the original. And I was like, no. My way is the original.
It's
Potato,
her
eggs,
original.
and that's it.
Well, first of all,
No, she gets irritated when someone makes something that she doesn't.
you are correct about
She
that.
isn't used to.
You're
So
right. Yeah.
tortilla. What I was trying to say in that particular dinner was tortilla in its original form is potatoes and eggs for the most part. And that's
Okay,
pretty
tortilla
much it.
española.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
Eggs and potatoes, right? Mm-hmm. And then, depending on what region you are in or what you have in the house, it's kind of like a catch-all. Oh, look, I have, extra spinach. You can put that in there. Oh, I have extra mushrooms. Put it in there.
Or rocket.
Or rocket. You have peppers and onions and you enjoy the taste of peppers and onions, you put it in the tortilla. So it's kind of like a catch-all, however you want to flavor it, you make it. And that's what I was trying to say. But she's like, nope, it's only plain or peppers and onions. That's it. That's how
like
I grew up. And that's
it's like a pizza.
And you're
you
just
could
like,
put almost anything and make a pizza.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
so one time many years ago, when we first moved down here, I had tortilla española at a restaurant in Durham, a tapas restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And the next time we were all sitting around the table together and we were eating, I was telling her about that dish.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah. And it was, a little tortilla española. And they put a little cheese in it. And she said, no. Tortilla española cannot have cheese. And I said, well, I just think it was their take on it. And she said, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Don't try to pass it off as tortilla española. Call it something else. That's fine. But that is not tortilla española.
Yeah.
It can only be this way. Now, I've had at least 3 different versions of tortilla española that she has made.
Oh, yeah.
4 if you count the burnt one.
No, I mean, and I've even had it where I bought chorizo and I cut it really, really finely and I made a regular plain tortilla, right? And then I put the chorizo on top, like as a garnish, like in a little mound on top. And we
Like
just cut
pepperoni
it,
slices.
and that was it. But yeah, she
I've had it-
latches on to
No,
what
when
she
we
likes.
were little,
and there's no...
She would chop up chorizo
and put, I've
put
had it
in
that
there.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why she gets hung up on stuff. When she just doesn't like other people's take on something. She gets used to it a certain way, and why are you changing it?
I think she put olives in it once too.
No.
Yeah, I think she's put olives. I think she chorizo
never-
definitely. I've had it that way.
Yeah.
And I've had it peppers and onions. So I think I've had it the 3 different. And if you count plain, that's 4. And if you count burnt, that's 5. Because tortilla española actually is a little underdone in the center.
In the center, it's supposed to be underdone, but I think that's
think it
because it's so
depends.
thick too.
Yeah.
It's a thick tort or whatever, so it's hard to cook the actual center.
Well, she's got a special pan for it.
Now she has a special pan. Before she always used a regular pan, like a frying pan, right? And you would take that and use a plate. Once you knew that the bottom was done enough that it wasn't going to fall apart, you would take a large dinner plate, put it on top of the, of the raw side, and then flip it into your plate and then slide it back into the pan so that you're now cooking the other side.
Yeah, but now she has a pan that's
Yeah, that you
actually
just flip
2
it.
pans together. Right.
Yeah, I think she got that at Williams-Sonoma. The handles kind of
Clip
together.
together. Yeah.
They should make that at the Waffle House.
They probably do. That's how you flip a waffle from one side
No,
to
I
the
mean
other,
tortilla. They should sell it at the Waffle House.
Well, I tell you
Ah.
what, it's delicious.
Or-
I like tortilla.
International House of Pancakes. It's
Wow.
international.
Yes,
And if
it
we
is
called
delicious.
tortilla pancake, then that probably would be true.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
don't.
it is like a pancake in a way.
You could put sausage in there. Yeah, it's eggs, potato. It's a breakfast food, and
It's
then
like
you
a
could put
breakfast burrito
you
kind
could
of
put
thing.
No,
sausages
and
in
it's
there.
not burrito, it's burrito.
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 Well, it reminds me of the fried potatoes that my grandmother used to make when I was a kid, and I love it. It's my favorite thing that your parents make. I love it. It's so good. It's delicious. It's my favorite. Now, the last few times before this one, she's burned it.
Yeah.
they do that on
Because
purpose.
it's hard to, cook that center the way she likes to cook it.
Yeah, like extra
without
super double well done.
burning the whole thing. So if you have it the flame up too high,
They like
it's
they like their food a little burnt now though.
There's a joke in
well,
here about
I know my dad had said that's because it gives it a little extra,
little-
like another layer of taste.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
that's like at the gourmet level.
Yeah.
no
Burnt
that's-
food.
I know there's a joke in here about cremating your food, but I don't know how to make it, so I'll just let that one pass. I
Yeah.
can hear it in my head though, and it's funny.
Yep. A little burnt food. It's a whole other layer. It caramelizes the burnt bits and adds another level.
Yeah.
I don't trust you talking about food.
You know?
I just don't. I'm sorry. I love you, but your taste buds are, I think the Marine Corps wrecked them entirely.
You shouldn't say rectum. I thought you said it's a family show.
I can't use that either.
Sure you can.
Why do you have to be so dirty?
What do you mean? It's funny.
What do you mean?
I think the Marine Corps destroyed your taste buds and your sense of smell.
It did a little bit. It kind of wrecked them.
Oh, gee. This is what I get constantly. Nonstop. Never a break. Never.
Boy.
Never a break.
Yeah, you'd think you'd learn by now, but no. Nope. Oh, you touched the mic.
How come you don't want to be on camera?
Testing.
Oh my God.
Well, for starters, I already have 2 careers, and I can't afford my time to devote to a 3rd career.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you asked. So, if people see me, they're going to be like, that guy needs to be a movie star. And I'm like, no, I can't do it. I just don't have enough time.
Oh, good.
It's not helpful,
It's getting.
Ron.
It's getting
It's not helpful.
thick.
I'm just saying. Well, you know.
Oh, hey, we're wearing merchandise.
That's right. We are.
Yes. Which,
That's right. Macaroni merch.
everyday
Right here.
macaroni.
Everyday macaroni.
Not just a podcast.
Nope.
It's a trip. Now, the reason we have moved the microphones is not so that you can see the merchandise better. It's because this one,
Wink, wink.
right. It's because this one is always making an effort to make the podcast better. And
You're welcome.
has been watching our YouTube videos because we are doing YouTube videos. I'm doing more YouTube videos too
You're welcome.
than just the podcast. Have you been watching them?
Yes.
I don't
watched.
believe you.
I watched.
Quizzer.
I watched
Quizzer.
one.
Oh, 1.
Which one was that? The one you're in? Well,
The one I'm in. What?
you're in 2 of them.
I
You're
thought
in,
she's in all of them.
No, she's not in all of them because Juliet works a full-time job. She can't always be available to film, for the vloggy type
Aren't
videos.
you filming right now?
Yes, but this is for the podcast video. See what's happening? Do you see what's happening? This is for the podcast. Yes, I am filming this right now. I'm recording it on not just the podcast.
I think what he meant and what I had understood was, did you ever watch it on YouTube? And I do. I watch the podcast every once in a while. I watched 1 or 2 episodes on YouTube.
Well, I just figured you really never listen to them and you never watch them.
No, I listen to every single one of them, but it's normally on iTunes.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'm doing videos in addition to the podcast videos, right?
Yes.
You know that. Okay. I did the beach trip video and
Yep.
then I did the birthday cake and tortilla video, and you're in both of those.
Gotcha. I saw the beach trip one because didn't you also put that on Instagram?
I did post a tiny little video showing Darwin wearing his glasses. And I don't know
yeah.
if he has his shoes on or not in that little video.
Yeah, because I think you showed his little green things as when we were on that pier.
That was all the dogs at any event. Now I'm doing these extra little videos, and those are fun and exciting to do. I forget why I brought that up because you guys got me distracted. Well, anyway, okay. So we have extra videos too. I see you over there yawning.
I'm not.
I don't know why
yawning.
you're
I
trying to
didn't
suppress
open-
it.
I didn't open.
You've been yawning this whole time. This whole time.
What you need to do is before you start, offer some coffee. A cup of coffee. Would anyone like a cup of coffee? And then, even if she doesn't want it, you just give it to her.
I'm not going to give her coffee this late at night
Why not?
because she's got to get up in the morning and go to work.
Well, then she just has more coffee.
Okay.
You're touching the mic.
I know, Ron.
I didn't touch no mic.
And now, we close this episode with a little public service announcement from the Everyday Macaroni staff. And then Ron made the comment about feeding the livers to the dog, which is disgusting, but it was funny, I will say. Okay. And we wouldn't do that, listeners, just so you know.
Yeah.
We don't put leashes on old people. We don't intentionally mummify people. We would never feed, body parts to the dog or anything crazy like that. Let me just put that out there. But we would joke about it. Maybe hang it in the ham closet and let it cure.
That's just gross.
I'm just joking. It's a joke. Okay. All right. So there you have it.
Yep. That's it.
If you have any questions out there, we have it on the record officially.
Yep.
Preserved for appeal. I'm just saying.
If you have any questions, please don't ask.
Yeah.
That's
Please
all I'm saying.
Do not contact us.
Do not comment or contact us.
Yeah, this is one time when I can officially say, I do not want to comment about that.
I know.
Normally, you want to comment? Great. Please comment.
Yeah.
We enjoy them. But for this, no.
Yeah.
But I did think it was important to point out to you that we do officially have that issue settled. Mm-hmm. Just so you know.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I actually think maybe I'm going to hold this episode for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think maybe I'm going to have to call it Barbecue My Corpse.
Barbecue my corpse when I go.
Well, that's what he said. He said, send me to the barbecue, right?
Yeah.
And your dad, your parents both, they have the same kind of attitude about it. Like, at first, your mother was very concerned about preserving her. I want to look a certain way and whatever. But now she's not. I don't want to do that.
I think it's because I think it become a little more part of her reality. And you just don't want to think about it. So if you're going to talk about something like that, you're going to talk about it in a funny, kind of comedic sort of way and add in maybe some matter-of-fact sort of items and then leave it.
Sure.
You know? I mean...
Well, they've made all their plans.
Yeah.
And they are at peace with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's time for jokes.
Right.
Basically.
Right. Essentially, yeah. That's it.
Well, listener, that's it for this year's Halloween special. We really hope you enjoyed it. I tell you what, Al is a constant source of amusement for me. He always has something funny to say, and I get such a kick out of it, especially when we're talking about a difficult subject that makes the rest of us very uncomfortable. While it is a hard subject to discuss, it's better to get those things planned out ahead of time, if at all possible. And also, Juliet's off the hook. How about that, right? We laugh and we joke, but we do love Al and Lita, and not just because they make us tortilla española, even though I really do love it. When it's not burnt, that is. I'm still working on a joke about cremating the tortilla. Maybe I'll slip it into next year's Halloween special. You'll just have to keep listening to see if I can pull it off. Have a safe and fun Halloween, and don't forget, kids, keep it creepy. This has been a public service announcement from the Macaroni Bakery and Crematorium, reminding you that this week's special is tortilla. I hope you enjoyed listening and sharing a laugh or two with us. Stay tuned for more everyday macaroni adventures on future podcast episodes. And if you want to see some pictures of us, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook by searching @everydaymacaroni or #everydaymacaroni. And now you can also watch us on YouTube. Just search Everyday Macaroni and our new channel will pop up. If you want to shop for some fun macaroni merch, head over to everydaymacaroni.com. Don't forget, if you have a blended family story to share, email us at info@everydaymacaroni.com and put the word share in the subject line. You can also call us on our Macaroni Fun Phone at 919-729-2043. Your story might end up on a future episode, and how fun would that be? Super fun. Finally, don't forget to give us a good review and download your favorite episodes. A share would be nice too. The more interaction we get for the podcast, the more episodes we can post. Again, thanks for listening, and join us for the next episode of Every Day